510 at Niner. Lovely.
800 to 5,000 scattered. Temperature 30, 2.17. Altimeter 2997. Arrivals expect simultaneous visual approaches to runway 35 left and 35 right. Notices to airmen.
997.
Personnel and equipment working adjacent gate 6 and 7.
That's 4.
VFR departure contact clearance delivery on 125.5 prior to taxi. Advise
There
on
you go.
initial contact.
Want a piece of gum?
Have information
No, I'm good.
November.
Alright, it's November. The clouds are way up there. There aren't very many of them. Let's call clearance.
From international air.
Just say 4951 Alpha, Cessna 152 to
Well,
Lockhart.
you break this up into two.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Departing to Lockhart, 2,500 feet.
Alright. Austin clearance November 4951 Alpha.
Call him again.
Call Austin clearance again.
That's you.
Austin clearance November 4951 Alpha.
That's the 4951 Alpha, Austin clearance, good.
4951 Alpha would like to go to Lockhart at 2,500 with November. It's a type Cessna 152.
Alright, get your fingers over here to dial your squawk code in.
That's like opposite. What do you think?
Cessna 51 Alpha departure frequency is 125.32 and squawk 0240.
0240 12532 51 Alpha.
51 Alpha, back correct, have a good day.
Alright, hit that. Okay, so they gave us 12532 for departure. Sometimes they do.
Alright.
You can actually get that in right now. And let's taxi.
733 Charlie Pop, Austin ground, runway 35 right, taxi via Kilo and Bravo. Kilo, Bravo, 3 Charlie Pop.
Yeah, that's them.
Stay out. When it's wide open over here, then just stay out in the middle.
710 Mike Tango Atlantic, November taxi.
See, that guy is not even at the spot.
Runway 35 right, taxi via Kilo and Bravo, wind 0507, altimeter 2986.
2986, 35 right, Kilo and Bravo, is Mike Tango.
Yeah, but where is he? Alright, go ahead and announce here at spot 1.
Austin ground November 4951 Alpha.
There he is. Just say it all at once.
Taxi, say that again.
4951 Alpha is at position when ready to taxi.
4951 Alpha, Austin ground, runway 35 right, taxi via Kilo and Bravo, followed by citation, wind 0507, altimeter 2996.
35 right, Kilo Bravo.
35 right, Kilo Bravo 51 Alpha.
That'll work.
5190, ready to taxi with Mike. 5190 Austin ground, runway 35 right, taxi via Gulf 3, Hotel Bravo.
Gulf 3, Hotel Bravo, 235 right sky with 5190.
5190, roger, November's on the ATIS, wind 0507, altimeter 2996.
Next.
At ground Southwest 1353, gate 9, information November, ready to push.
Oh, look at them all down there.
It's busy today.
Ground, push discretion, expect runway 35 right, and November is firm.
We have November, push our discretion, we'll expect 355, South Survey 53.
Oh, but tomorrow the winds will be back out of the south and the humidity will be rolling in again. But it's nice to have this brief respite here.
Go a little bit to the right with the ailerons.
Turn left on Bravo, right on Kilo.
Well,
Bravo and Kilo.
if you see the windsock,
Yeah.
it's coming over your left shoulder, so no, you're right.
Okay, opposite.
You're correct. When it's a tailwind, you roll the yoke away from it. Oh yeah, that's right. Let's don't get any closer to him. He'll be breathing kerosene parts. So the jet should take the far taxiway line,
00 Juliet.
and the piston aircraft should take the closer one.
7700 Julian Austin ground, where are you parked?
We're between Signature and Atlantic.
00 Julie Roger, which FBO service do you? Is it Atlantic or Signature? Make a difference on how I take you out.
It was Atlantic, 770 Julie.
00 Julie Roger, stand by then. There'll be a citation entering the ramp here in just a minute. You can expect 35 right via Kilo and Bravo.
We'll expect 35 right via Kilo and Bravo.
Okay, you can start hugging the left side of the taxiway.
Ground 756 into 135 left for gate 16.
76 Austin,
Hey, over here.
Kilo ramp via Charlie and Romeo.
Charlie Romeo, thanks.
Guy seems to gonna take his half out of the middle. But let's go over here, kind of this side of 3 Charlie Papa, and behind him.
Behind him?
But meaning this side of him.
Oh, okay.
But also, you can get a little closer.
00 Julie, you start your taxi now, runway 35 right, taxi via Kilo
And then
Bravo.
turn into the wind.
Wind 0405, altimeter 2996.
6 Kilo Bravo, 235 right, 770.
Did you do the flight control check?
Yep, flight control.
You did that?
No. Right. Instruments. Oh, that's low.
No, we're not running at very high
Oh,
RPM
yeah,
yet.
okay.
We checked that when we were at 17. Go ahead and set this though.
Oscar American
What
24
the-
week, 13 ready push information November.
24
And then verify that this is current. Remember, we got 2996. We got 2996 when they announced it.
We're off at gate 9 with information November. We're ready to taxi.
So it should be on 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Carlson, who else wants to push or taxi?
All right.
Sir, that was Southwest 1353 off of gate 9 with November. Ready to taxi.
1353 out and ground, thanks. Runway 35 right, taxi via Gulf 1 Hotel Bravo.
Southwest 1353, tax 35 right via Golf 1 Hotel Bravo.
That's 1.
Austin ground airshow 2836.
Touch them all.
Yeah.
20.
2036 Austin ground to left to Charlie
All right.
right at Romeo.
Ground and Romeo are set.
Turn 080 for 0 Quebec.
Now, let's I don't, this is kind of awkward here. I've got it.
Alright.
Call tower and let them know we are ready for takeoff.
Austin Tower, November 4951 Alpha is holding short of 35 right, ready to go.
4951 Alpha, Tower, hold short, runway 35 right, traffic 2 mile final.
Holding short of 35 right, 51 Alpha.
Alright, let's turn to the right just a little bit to see who's coming.
Alright.
2 mile final, eh? Alright, that's 2 miles. Pretty far out there. Okay, double check this.
Yeah, it's good.
Now we already got the tilt check done, so we're ready to go. Take
That
clearance.
one on. Right.
No, just one of these.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay. Landing is the 2 white ones in the front.
Well, taxi and landing both look identical.
Oh.
They're just aimed at slightly different angles. Taxi is more up like this, and landing points more down.
Okay.
Or so that's how it should be.
Alright, I'm gonna put this.
I want to stow that down
yeah.
here rather than have to turn around to get at it.
Just wondering what our sequence is.
Skywest 5190, if you can get between the Cessnas running up on your left and the JetBlue, you'll be second behind the Cessna that's set to hold short line.
Roger. Can do. 5190.
Okay. That's to synchronize the 2 audio. I found it's really hard to.
Cessna 51 Alpha, runway 35 right, line up and wait, traffic waiting on a 3.5 mile final.
I said line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 510.
Alright, take it out to the center line. a little bit of right aileron.
Golf, turn left, first check taxi, one contact ground point.
And on the brakes.
Tango Golf, exiting, thank you very much.
Austin Tower, good afternoon, 990 Quebec's here, 7 miles out, visual, 35 right.
Tower 91710, runway 35 right, clear to land.
91710 is cleared to land, 35 right.
51 Alpha, runway 35 right, fly heading 050, clear for takeoff.
05051 Alpha.
Clear for takeoff. Alright, well don't say it, but
we go into position.
Continue.
in the future, always repeat your clearance.
Tower 733, try Papa, ready to go in sequence,
Okay.
35 right.
Tower 733, Charlie Papa, hold short, runway 35 right.
Hold it short.
Just keep a little right aileron in.
Good, ready to go, 35 right.
Turkey 7700, Juliet Oscar, hold short, runway 35 right.
Oh, short, 35 right.
Number 3 Charlie Papa, and stay in the position you're at right now. We've got a Southwest coming out that's going to need a time release.
I'm sorry, repeat for 3 Charlie Papa.
3 Charlie Papa, hold your position for Southwest to get by you. He's got a time to get out of here.
We'll hold position. I don't think he's going to be able to squeeze through anywhere right here.
So taking off this direction, you don't want to be in a big hurry to turn out to your assigned heading because there's lots of towers over there. This is the only quadrant that has a bunch of obstacles. I'd take it up to 1,000 before you turn.
What?
Oh, 51 Alpha, contact departure.
Switching 51 Alpha.
Alright, hit the button, and it's departure with you.
Austin departure, November 49er 51 Alpha is with you.
System 51 Alpha, Austin departure, radar contact. Austin altimeter 306, maintain VFR, I'll have on course at about 2 miles.
2 miles on course. Did I repeat that?
Sorry, 51 Alpha, would you say that again, please?
System 51 Alpha, Austin departure, radar contact, maintain VFR, resume navigation Lockhart.
Oh, navigation to Lockhart. 51 Alpha.
Okay.
Alright, let's try heading about 150 right now. That instruction was really murky to me. Actually, try about 130 until we get a little further out.
Alright.
And climb at about 65, 64. If you really want to know what VY or best rate of climb is, find the airspeed that will give you the best stable rate of climb on that. You know, 500-600 feet a minute might be the best you can expect. Alright, now try about 160. And then we'll get on course. And where's your map? You can open that up, put it on your lap. Yeah, open it up pretty wide, or at least that wide, and orient it in the direction. That's wide enough. And orient it in the direction we are about to be going, which is south.
That's 183?
That's 183. This is the toll road 130, which is over here. That's the thing we're crossing right now is this, right there. You see that? Big highway?
Yeah.
183 is not quite so easy to see. It'll be a little easier when 130 actually converges with 183 and overlaps it. Oh, don't go that far west.
Oh.
They'll get unhappy with us. Give us some vector to La La Land. Probably about 175 or 180. So now you can see 130 out there, right?
Yeah.
Major highway right there. That's this. The airport is off behind us now at about 4:30 or so.
Yeah.
And so presently, if you just parallel 130, that'll be okay. Just
Go along it?
well, just imagine a straight line that represents an average of its heading, and go along it. Yeah. You don't need to get real close to it. And then we'll pick up 183 shortly because 130 joins 183 right out there. It bends over here, and then you see that intersection down there?
Yep.
That's 183. So really, we want to parallel 183 because it goes right down to Lockhart. It becomes, well, actually, the toll road breaks away from 183 a little north of Lockhart, goes over to join I-35. But where it breaks away, we'll stay with the old 183 because that goes right through the town. Alright, so let your airspeed come up to 90, power back to 2400 RPM, trim for 90. Got a nice, almost perfectly clear day. It's a little hazy.
Approach south 1715 out of 10 for 6,000.
And then lean it out once you're stable.
Approach turn 20 degrees right, descend and maintain 3,000.
20 right, 3,000 south 1715. Field 7 help south 1715.
South 1715, roger.
Better enrich a little more. Okay, 90, 2500, and 2400 there. Yep. And if you look way out there, can you see out there, there's the next bend in 183 and 130?
Yep.
That's where 130 breaks away and goes over to I-35. And 183, which you can't really see, goes straight down this way and goes right down into the town, which is almost visible.
Five one Alpha, say you're heading.
5 and Alpha 190. There's your little cheat sheet. There it is. Right there.
5 1 Alpha, fly heading 180.
Just say 180.
180, 510.
Okay, we must be getting a little too close to the departure path of somebody.
Southwest 1715, your clickers approach runway 35 left.
Clear to visual 35 left south 1715.
Actually, the approach path of somebody.
3582, descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000 south of 3582.
So, if you look down there, you'll see an area of buildings and trees. Kind of like Smithville was, but bigger.
Yep.
You see a couple of water towers.
Yep.
In there. That's the town of Lockhart.
Okay.
The airport is actually visible, but I don't expect you to recognize it from this far out. So just stay on 180 right now. That'll actually work pretty well for us. Now here's another landmark. You see this road right here?
Yeah.
That's the same road we were looking at yesterday. That's Highway 21. It crosses 183 right there. See that intersection right there?
Traffic's 11 o'clock.
That is right here. It's right on the boundary of the Class C airspace. So that's a good landmark. Because now we are officially outside of Class C. Or will be in a sec here. It doesn't mean we cancel radar service, although if they're super busy, they will sometimes say adios, but we can maintain radar service as long as they're not too busy, until we definitely see the airport. That's the general procedure, is that you maintain radar service until you see your destination airport, and then you tell them you have it in sight. They say squawk VFR.
One Alpha, you can proceed on course for Lockhart.
Say on course.
On course 510.
So 3582, reduce speed to 210 knots or less. 3582, welcome. Phone company, 10 o'clock. Well, he's about 10 miles, turning 8 miles
Now,
to 4,000.
Old 183 goes right through the middle of town. It's Main Street. Can you possibly see any of that? It's not super easy to see, but you can kind of in the middle of all those trees, you can see a bunch of buildings all in a row going that way. Those are all along that street. And then 183 emerges from town, and about a mile and a half or 2 miles south of town, it bends slightly to the right. And you can sort of see that. Sort of. You can see something going off into the trees further south. That's past the bend. Just to the west of that bend is the airport.
3582, call company, clear bridge approach, right 35 left. Visual 35 left, behind the company 73582.
So let's stay over here. I would say stay on 180. Because right now, we want to come into the airport vicinity from the east.
Papa 1900 for 3000, 050.
About 180 should do it.
3 Charlie Papa, turn right heading 150.
Now,
153.
with the winds out of the north, we're going to be landing on runway 36, not 18. So, we can do another midfield crossing, or we can, when we get closer to the town, maneuver to be on the west side of the airport. That's our choice. But if we were landing on 18, we would come in right over here like we're doing right now, and come in on a 45 degree of the downwind, which would be this direction. And do you see anything that looks like an airport? The runway is now visible.
We'll see you later. South 3582, see you later.
Is it over there?
Well, do you see the bend? Do you see 183 coming out of town, bending to the right?
Yeah.
Okay, here's 183, here's the bend.
Yeah.
The airport's right there, just to the west of the bend.
Are you talking about this bend right here?
No, I'm talking about the bend south of town. The old 183 becomes the main street, goes right through town.
Okay.
And then it exits town, and then it bends to the right.
So it's over there?
Nope, it's over here. Look right through. Look right at the middle of the town. The town is all those trees with buildings. Do you see Main Street?
Yeah.
Do you see how Main Street then continues on south of town?
Yeah.
Do you see the bend to the right?
Yeah. A bend to the right and then to the left?
Charlie Papa.
No, there's just a bend to the right.
Corner 3 Charlie Papa, thanks. Actually, let's change that.
I mean, there may be a bend to the left way out there, but the bend to the right is the main one that I'm looking at.
51 Alpha, no reserve traffic between your position and Lockhart radio services terminated. You can squawk 1200, frequency change approved. Good day.
Squawk VFR 51 Alpha.
Squawk VFR 51 Alpha.
All right, dial that in, and what we're gonna get the weather at San Marcos.
Observation time 2055 Zulu. Wind 050 at 8, visibility 10. Sky conditions clear below 2000. Temperature 29er 2.17. Altimeter 29er 908.
908.
Visual approach in use, landing and departing runway 31 or runway 8. Note
Okay,
runway
now, do you see the airport?
Taxiway Juliet closed except between taxiway Charlie and runway 13.
Oh, I see it. Wow.
You got it?
Yeah, it's so small.
All right, do you see the bend in the highway just to the east of that?
I see it.
Okay, that bend is much more visible than the airport is, if you know what you're looking for.
Right.
Now, let's do this. Turn to a heading of west. I'll make a call. Do that right now. We're going to set up for 36 without doing a midfield crossing. Lockhart traffic, Cessna 4951 Alpha, about 4 to the north at 2,400. Currently westbound, we'll be setting up for 45 degree entry for 36 Lockhart. Let's just stay up here at 2,400 feet till we get northwest of the airport, and then we'll start preparing to approach on a 45 degree entry. So now you're looking right down runway 18.
Yeah.
I mean, you see that this airport has a taxiway that serves the entire runway, unlike Smithville.
Is that Bergstrom?
Yes, back there. Out there. Alright, let's turn a little bit this way. Go ahead and enrich a little bit and power back to about 2,100 RPMs. Hold this heading right here. And let's try to power back just a little bit more. Just try to accelerate our descent without being too dramatic. Alright, now start a gentle turn to the left. We're actually going to set up on our 45-degree entry.
Stay down traffic, timer 711, we're crossing over midfield, departing pattern to the northeast. Stay down traffic, we're at 1,400.
Alright, just keep that turn coming. And visualize a 45-degree intercept to the downwind leg. Lockhart traffic says 4951 Alpha. We're about 2.5 miles to the northwest. 2,200 on the 45 for left downwind 36 Lockhart. Alright, pre-landing checklist. Just go ahead and enrich. We're about there. Power is needed. Carpet not yet. Seatbelts and shoulder harnesses secure. Pattern altitude here is what?
1,500.
Okay. Power back just a little more. Pull your carpet on. When you're out of the green, in general, that's what we do. Pitch and trim for 80 now. Okay. This is primary for airspeed. Right. Pull for 80, trim away the pressure. And keep that descent coming. Need to power back a little more because when you slow down, you climb. Hold 80 knots. And when you think you're about the proper distance out,
About now?
yeah, you can go ahead and turn now, although as we descend, it'll look like we're further out. But what you want to do is establish that proper distance out on your downwind, fly heading of south, and then see what the wind is doing.
Lockhart traffic, this is Cardinal 34787 on a wide downwind for 36.
Lockhart traffic, 4951 Alpha. We are on a downwind, practically a beam. The number is 36. Alright, RP on.
1,700.
1700. Alright, where's this Cardinal? Alright. Alright, 70 knots with flaps 10. A little bit more power. 1700, looking over your shoulder.
Lockhart traffic, this is Cardinal 34787. I'm on an extended downwind. I did not spot the traffic that just called in, so I'm going to extend my downwind.
1700, please. Lockhart traffic, 4951 Alpha is turning left base, 36 Lockhart. Roll out right there, flaps 20, power back a little bit.
Land there 2360.
65 knots. Trim for 65.
East to west, 5 miles north of the airfield.
Try to nail 65 and look out there to hold it.
Yep.
Alright, now a very gentle turn on to final. Power back just a little, you're a little high. Lockhart traffic, 4951 Alpha, base to final, 36 Lockhart. Power back just a little more. Now, there is probably a right crosswind. But do the best you can to maintain alignment.
Turning a wide left base for 36.
So the windsock is up there kind of in front of the dirt pile. You need a little bit of right aileron because of the wind. Power to idle. Full flaps, full flaps. Power to idle. And get the nose up a little bit, up a little more. Right aileron, okay, full power, do a touch and go. Get out of the way of that Cardinal. Stay on that right rudder. And climb out at 65. Lockhart traffic, 4951 Alpha is upwind 36 remaining in the pattern line.
Where's the wind from again?
It's coming from the northeast.
Okay.
The windsock is a little hard to see until you learn where it is. But the wind's coming from that direction. So we're going to have a right crosswind.
Burnet area traffic line there, 2360, 6,700 feet.
You're going to turn crosswind 300 feet below pattern altitude, so that's going to be 1,200 feet. And one landing.
Lockhart traffic, Cardinal 787, turning final for 36.
This is a 20-degree bank. Hold 65, I'll make the call. Lockhart traffic, 495 on Alpha, turning left crosswind, 36 Lockhart. Roll out on west. Look at the runway. I'd say go ahead and turn down.
Traffic, Skyhawk 3 Charlie Papa, 6 miles north, descending at a 2,900 feet. We're going to maneuver west for left downwind for 36 Lockhart.
Starting to get busy around here.
Yeah.
Lockhart traffic, 495 on Alpha, left downwind, 36 Lockhart.
What are the winds doing down there, Barb?
Say again?
What are the winds? Are they like San Marcos is calling, or are they more like Austin?
Pretty much like San Marcos out of the northeast. I'd say about 050 or so.
Right.
At light, 8 knots maybe.
Say again.
Somewhere in the 6, 7, 8 knot range, I'd guess.
He landed.
Okay, did he exit?
Not yet.
Or is he still on the roll? I hope he's not staying in the pattern because he's fast and he's also flying these wide patterns. That looks like he's slowing down. Okay, coming up abeam the numbers.
1700. Heartbeat on.
Hour 17.
Knots. And flaps.
That guy's got a terrible radio. Now, you don't want to fly quite so far away from the runway.
Miles to the west. We'll be,
remember, we need to be correcting for the wind. And the wind is trying to push us away. Alright, look for your 45-degree corner, and when you're there, we'll try to hold 70 knots. Make your turn. 30 and 70. Lockhart traffic says 495 on Alpha, left base 36 Lockhart.
Lockhart traffic, Skyhawk 3 Charlie Papa is 3 miles to the northwest over the middle school, pattern altitude, entering on the 45.
Angle in just a little. You want to angle in a bit so that your next turn is shallow. Alright, flaps 20, power back a bit. Trip to 65.
Whiskey is 10 miles.
Base is the leg on which to make your power and altitude decision.
Okay.
Because it's the first time you get a good look at the runway after being, flying away from it, going the opposite direction.
And clear at Horseshoe. Which one are you?
Lockhart traffic, 495 on Alpha, fine, 36 Lockhart. Alright, you're a little high, so power back.
Okay, roger that.
Go full flaps.
Lockhart traffic, 3 Charlie Papa's on left downwind for 36. Lockhart.
Up there somewhere. Alright, power back just a tiny bit more. If we want to do touch and goes, and we don't have to make them all touch and goes, but we can do some. It's best to not use too much runway. Alright. The nose should be slightly to the right of the center line for you when you're lined up. Alright, at windsock height, there's the windsock, you pitch to level. Hold that with gradually increasing back pressure. And now, raise the nose a little more, take out some of that left rudder. Alright, flaps up, full power. Repeat cold. Little right aileron. And off we go. Now on a touch and go, you may need to adjust your trim when you climb out. It's going to be a little nose down trim. Depends on what your approach airspeed was. If it was 65, then you probably don't need to adjust it. Well, actually, you do need to adjust it because with full power, you're going to need more nose down trim to hold 65.
Traffic, 3 Charlie Papa, left base, runway 36, Lockhart.
All right. Oh, you know what to do? You're welcome to take the radios if you want to. If you'd rather I keep doing it, just let me know.
Okay. a weird feeling coming down the runway and
Traffic,
being
Skylane
crooked.
759er X-ray Whiskey 5 to the north,
Grabbing it.
down landing, Spicewood.
Wait, it's a weird feeling doing what?
Like crabbing into the runway just feels wrong, like how you see the runway off to the side coming in like this.
Are you talking about when you're in the air or on the ground?
In the air.
Final runway 36, touch and go. Lockhart.
Let's get a little right around here. Okay. They're doing touch and goes, they're faster than we are. We're going to have to maneuver to stay ahead of them. Alright, go ahead and start your turn. Okay, when you're in the air and you say you're crabbing, right?
Yeah.
You can do that, but when you get your crosswind corrections in, you won't be crabbing, you'll be slipping. Meaning you'll have the upwind wing forward into the wind, and you'll be using the rudder to maintain alignment with the runway. So make sure you understand clearly the difference between crabbing and slipping. All right, make your turn. I'll make this call.
Alright.
Power back a little bit as you get up to pattern altitude. Lockhart traffic, 495 on Alpha, left downwind, 36 Lockhart.
Force Bay traffic, citation 7 Romeo, Romeo's left base, forward.
And 80 knots on the downwind leg. And look out there for 3 Charlie Papa, do you see him?
Yeah.
Where is he?
He just took off.
Okay. Just don't get too close to the runway. If you see me stretching my neck to see it, you're a little close.
And Spicewood traffic, helicopter 7
I'd power back just a tiny bit.
Field transitioning northwest 1,500 Spicewood.
Nope.
Oh, that's a car.
Traffic, Skylane
Say again?
759er X-ray.
I thought I saw a plane, but it was a car.
Okay, don't turn too far away. And don't climb. It's really important to maintain proper airspeed at altitude. You got 120, 150 feet too much here. Alright, carpet on. Let's jump the gun a little bit on this. Alright, hold 17. Flaps 10. Go a little high. Trim for 70 and power back a little more now. Check it down to about 15. Trim for 70. What we're doing is compensating for the extra altitude.
Crosswind, runway 36, Lockhart.
Alright, go ahead and make your base turn.
That's Spicewood traffic in that black, you're in a black helicopter, I've got you inside.
Take it to 30.
Affirmative.
Take it right to 30.
Also 7 Delta Tango.
Guys are jabbering too much on the radio. Lockhart traffic 495 Alpha, left base 36 Lockhart.
Spicewood traffic, Skylane 759er X-ray.
Alright, roll out right there, flaps 20. Watch how the flaps will actually raise the nose a little. Adjust your trim for 65. And do maybe a tiny bit high, but that would sit tight because once you get on final, you're going to have a little more of a headwind. Final. Lockhart traffic 495 on Alpha, base to final 36 Lockhart. Alright, go ahead and get full flaps in. And you can do this at 65 or you can slow it to 60, but don't get any slower than 60. And try to calibrate that picture out there to the airspeed. You're a little slow, lower the nose, add a little power. Alright, you've got the runway made. Chop the power, windsock height, which you're there, pitch to level, that's level. Hold that with gradually increasing back pressure. Stay on that center line. Yeah, you're pointed off to the left. You were. Too much of something. Full power, off we go. It might have been the wind. The wind may have a slight lift crosswind component. So, your mission is to always know where that center line is, and when you get into the flare, to maintain alignment with it. Okay, now check your trim. You may need a little nose down trim. Whenever you add power, there's a pitching up moment, and if you're trying to maintain a specific airspeed, you may have to adjust your trim for it. So,
Lockhart traffic, 3 Charlie Papa is left base, turning final, runway 36, touch and go, Lockhart.
Alright. He is going eventually to catch up to us, but right now we're okay. We got fairly good separation. When he starts getting close to us, there are several tricks that we can pull, but they make for slightly non-standard procedures, so we'll stick with standard procedures as long as we can. One trick is we can turn crosswind a little early, but then we're still climbing on downwind, so I'd rather not pull that trick just yet. Okay. You can make the call if you want to. It's left crosswind 36.
Lockhart traffic 4951 Alpha, left crosswind 36, Lockhart.
Perfect. Okay, roll that right there. Take your turn. We've got a tailwind on crosswind, so we don't have much time on crosswind. The other thing you might want to do is crab a little bit to the right when you're on the upwind leg so that we don't get blown quite so far over.
Okay.
Alright, roll out right there, power back. Pre-landing checklist, mixture, power, car feed as needed, seatbelts and shoulder harnesses secured. Fuel is on. 80 knots. 1,500 feet, don't get any closer. Lockhart traffic, 49 Pablo Alpha, left downwind 36 Lockhart. Now, one trick we can use is to start our beam procedures a little early right now. All right. Our feet on first, power to 17. Now, lead it by 10 seconds or so. Next notch of flaps, 70 knots.
Lockhart traffic, 3-5 Papa, turn left crosswind 136, Lockhart.
Now, we're a little high.
Experimental 6665, taking active, runway 36. We leaving the pattern.
You see him?
I see him.
Okay. Take your base turn. 30 degrees, 70 knots. Take it right to 30. And hold 70. Don't let the nose fall. It does like to.
It's 5-foot traffic, helicopter 7 Tango Delta, 3 west.
Alright, roll out. Right there, flaps 20. 65 knots, power as needed. Lockhart traffic, 49 Pablo Alpha, left base 36, Lockhart. And we've got the departure traffic inside.
Lockhart traffic, 3-5 Papa, left downwind 36, Lockhart, everyone inside.
Lockhart traffic, 49 Pablo Alpha, base to final 36, Lockhart. Now you've got a headwind on the base leg, so you can wait a little longer to make that turn. Let's get your last notch of flaps, pull your power to idle, and pitch for about 65. A little bit high here. We're probably not going to do a touch and go this time. That's okay. If we get kind of out of the sequence, we'll be behind him rather than him behind us. Alright, you see the windsock? Got a left crosswind now. Need right rudder. Pitch up just a little more. Get it. That's a level flight attitude. You have to keep pulling to hold that. Now raise the nose a little more. Pull a little harder. And left aileron. We're going to exit right there at that taxiway.
Charlie?
Yes, Charlie. Get on the brakes, get the yoke all the way back. And Lockhart traffic, 4905 and Alpha. We'll be clearing the runway at Charlie, taxiing back for departure, Lockhart. Repeat hold. Flaps up. And 51 Alpha is clear of 36 Lockhart. Alright, take a right. Now we can watch 3 Charlie Papa land. There he is. Now, the last windsock indication was that the winds were coming from that direction. So let's roll the yoke away and slow down just a bit. It's a little bit fast. And welcome to Lockhart.
seem to have trouble getting to level flight.
Car traffic, 3 Charlie Papa, straight final 36, touch and go, Lockhart.
You mean in the flare?
Yeah.
Well, it is a little tricky. Let's talk about it for a bit. We've got a little time. We're not going to take off ahead of him. First of all, it may be the case that you're not quite, or your brain hasn't quite grasped level flight when you're up at cruise. That takes a little while to really grab that. And then to recreate that when you're close to the ground is harder still. And the other thing to consider is that even though you've got a level flight attitude in the flare, you're still descending, whereas at cruise you're not descending, you're holding altitude. And then yet more problematic is that in order to hold that level flight attitude with such low power or no power, you have to keep gradually increasing back pressure just to keep the nose where it is. A little bouncy, not too bad. And then finally, just before you touch down, and then the question is, how do I know when I'm about to touch down? Like, where exactly is the ground? You want to raise the nose a little bit, grab that last little bit of lift from angle of attack, and touch down as gently as you can. Okay, I see what looks like an airplane out there.
Lockhart, 3 Charlie Papa is off at 36, staying on left traffic, Lockhart.
Yeah, he's out there. It might have been that guy that took off. Alright, check your trim. Ready for takeoff. Let's announce we're departing 36. I'll do it.
Alright.
Lockhart traffic, 4951 Alpha departing 36 and remaining in the pattern. Lockhart. And we had full fuel, right? You topped it off? And oil was at?
5.
Alright. The windsock now says we got a right crosswind. Right now 3 Charlie Papa is up ahead of us.
Lockhart traffic, 3 Charlie Papa, left crosswind, 36, Lockhart.
You're welcome to check the radios now if you want to. Just fly the standard pattern.
Lockhart traffic, 3 Charlie Papa is midfield left downwind, 36.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha, turn across wind, 36, Lockhart.
Lockhart traffic, 3 Charlie Papa left base, 36, Lockhart.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha, downwind, 36, Lockhart.
There he is out there. Alright, pre-landing checklist. Mixture, power, carpet as needed. Seat belts and shoulder harnesses secure, fuel on. Try to hold 80 knots on downwind. It helps slow everything down when you get to the beam point. And let's quickly reset your heading indicator. And I would not fly quite so far away from the runway.
Over.
Alright, your beam and then some.
Alright, 1700, car beat on. Car beat. Alright, 1700.
Okay.
White arc, 10 degrees. 70.
And trim for it.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha, turn to base, 36. 51 Alpha.
30 degrees. 30 degrees. On, take it all the way to 30. Get used to that picture out there. This is a very important picture to see. Alright. Get busy. Flaps 20, slow it down, power back. Now you can wait just a little longer before you make the turn because I think up here we definitely have a headwind. Now you can make base to final.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha, base to final, runway 36, Lockhart.
Alright, power back just a little bit. And you can go full flaps. Now, put the runway in one spot on the windscreen and just keep it there. All it's going to do is get bigger. Add a little bit of power now. Get back on the center line. You're off to the left of it a bit. Now the distance between the top of the panel and the horizon is your airspeed indicator. Alright, keep it nice and stable. If you drift to the left, add a little right aileron. And keep the nose aligned with the center line. Now, okay, see how the nose went off to the left?
Yeah.
Alright, get on the right rudder. Get the nose up a little bit. Hold that, that's level flight. Now bring the nose up a little more. Alright, flaps up, off we go. Get on that right rudder whenever you add power. The wind is rather fickle today. Sometimes it's coming out of the northeast and right now it's out of the northwest. Check your trim. Lockhart traffic, 49 Bravo Alpha is upwind, 36, remaining the pattern, Lockhart.
Yeah, Lockhart traffic, 35 Papa is left down with 36, Lockhart.
Final traffic, Mall 9 Whiskey Mike is 10 miles southeast inbound for 17.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha, turning a crosswind, runway 36, Lockhart.
Lockhart traffic, 35 Papa, turning left base, runway 36 will be a straight out departure to the north. Lockhart.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha, turning downwind, Lockhart.
Okay, try to name the runway. Downwind 3, you actually ought to say left downwind.
Left down.
Although most patterns are left. It's a good habit, and whenever especially you're doing right traffic, You want to say right downwind. Alright, pitch for 80, trim for it. Power is needed to hold altitude. Power's a little low. Pre-landing checklist. Extra power car beat as needed. Want to just touch them quickly. Kind of a flow. Seatbelt shoulder harnesses and feel long. Now you can relax a little bit.
Yellow RV, 6665, 45-degree entry. I have the guy on downwind.
That us? Yeah.
Yeah, that's Lockhart.
Oh.
He didn't exactly transmit his airport very well. Alright, start your base turn. 30 degrees.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha, turning to base, runway 36, Lockhart.
Lockhart traffic.
Stay in the turn.
Straight off of 36.
Stay in the turn.
Lockhart.
No sneaky peekies. Roll out right there, flaps 20.
I see the other.
area traffic.
And he's fast, so
Tango
we can't dilly-dally.
Out of 3,000 inbound for 35 Spikewood.
Alright, call turning base to final.
Lockhart traffic, turning base to final, runway 36, Lockhart.
Well, you gotta get your tail number in there too.
Oh.
Don't worry about it now. Now, get on that center line.
RV65 on downwind, following the Cessna.
Okay, now I would add a tiny bit of power. Even though we still got 2 white lights, I can see that our sync rate's picking up. Now, it's a little dance on the rudder pedals to keep that nose absolutely aligned. I think you need a tiny bit of right rudder. Because you got a left crosswind. And then the crosswind will change on you. Power to idle. Stay on the center line. But over there you need right aileron now. Right aileron, a little bit of left rudder. Okay, bring the nose up to level flight. Now bring it up a little more. Pull a little harder. Hold it there. Keep it there. Keep it there. Alright, flaps up, full power, off we go. Okay, just keep the ailerons neutral right now, but you need right rudder when you add full power because you're fighting the engine torque. Alright, and check your trim, good.
65, turning final, Lockhart, 36.
Lockhart traffic, 49er Power 1 Alpha is upwind 36 and remaining in the pattern, Lockhart.
65, be a full stop.
Traffic, Piper 95 Tango, 10 to the north out of 2700 inbound Spikewood.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha is turning left crosswind, runway 36, Lockhart.
65, clearly active.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha is on left downwind, runway 36, Lockhart.
Okay, just quickly run that checklist.
Right downwind for 01, first contact.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha, turning to base, runway 36, 51 Lockhart.
Okay, turning left base.
Turning left base.
Okay, pitch up just a little, hold 70.
Yeah, spike clear traffic.
Oh, we are high.
95 goes.
Fully powered idle, get your flaps full.
Left downwind on 35.
Hold 65.
Stop spike clear.
Traffic, contract down for final for 01, first.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha is on final, 36 Lockhart.
You may find that you need power to get down there, but base is a good place to make those altitude decisions. But you do want to keep your airspeed stable. That's the most important constant. Now I think you need power, because now you're hitting a little more of a headwind, and there's usually some sink here at the ends of the runway. There's lift coming off the runway, and sink at either end. Alright, nail that center line. Look for the windsock, and when you're at that altitude, you are right now, pitch for level. Get the nose up a little more. Power to idle. Get the nose, hold the nose right there. And you've got too much left rudder, I think, or left crosswind. I'm not on the rudder pedals. Alright, now you need right rudder. Okay, flaps up, full power. Did you see how the nose was off to the left?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you fix it. 5. The wind is variable, so...
Was that because I had too much left rudder, or...?
I don't know, you're on the rudder pedals. You tell me.
I had a little bit, I think, but...
Okay. Well...
Wind is changing,
you're right. Wind is changing, it might have been the wind that did it, in which case you needed more right rudder.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha is turning left across the wind, runway 36, Lockhart. Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha is on left downwind, runway 36, Lockhart.
Alright, let's power back as soon as you reach that altitude.
Traffic, Piper 95 Tango base, 35, full stop.
Lockhart traffic, Skyhawk 122, Victor Kilo, about 10 miles to the southwest. Going to go inbound, runway 35, full stop.
We don't have a
36. Well, hopefully he'll catch on to that when you make your next call.
Correction, runway 36, full stop to Victor Kilo.
Alright. Don't fly away from the runway here. You have a tendency to drift a little to the right at this point. Alright, do your beam stuff.
Alright, car beat on, throttle to 70. 70 and flaps. Lockhart traffic, 5 line Alpha, starting left base, runway 36, Lockhart.
Better get busy, you got stuff to do on the base leg. You really want to be angled in a little bit before you make this turn.
Alright.
Otherwise you'll end up doing a steeper turn than you really should.
Lockhart traffic, 5-1 Alpha is on final, runway 36, Lockhart.
Lockhart traffic, Skyhawk 122, Victor Kilo, about 5 miles to the southwest. I'm coming on the 45, runway 35, full stop, Lockhart.
Correction, 36. Alright, add a tiny bit of power.
Yeah.
I'll go full flaps. Now you're off to the left of the line, just a tiny bit. Power to idle.
Oh.
Go into the flare, pitch to level.
Alright.
Hold that. Okay, your nose is too far to the left. Fix it. Now it's even further to the left. Add right rudder. I think it's the wind in that case. I'm not on the rudder pedals. Off we go. Full power. Now you need right rudder.
So,
So, did you see that?
yeah.
So, did you do it, or did the wind do it?
No, I did that because my plane was to the right, so I added left rudder, but... No?
No.
Left aileron.
Actually, your plane was not too far to the right.
Oh.
It was on the center line, but your nose was pointed left.
Yeah.
And then I said your nose is to the left, and you made it go further to the left. Ailerons control the drift of the entire airplane.
Okay.
The rudder controls the alignment of the nose.
Okay.
But you're constantly adjusting both of those. Most of the time you're working them opposite each other, but not always. There will be times, occasional times, when you might be using them together. Don't let that be a problem. Alright, let's keep an eye out for this Victor Kilo guy. He said he was southwest.
Lockhart traffic, 5-1 Alpha, starting left crosswind, runway 36, Lockhart.
I'll go ahead and turn downwind right now.
Sure. Lockhart traffic, 5-1 Alpha is on left downwind, runway 36, Lockhart.
Still don't see him and haven't heard from him.
Is that a bird or that little?
I don't see it. Alright. Don't get too close, and need to power back. and pre-landing checklist. Don't get any closer, it's a little close. Alright. And don't continue to fly away from the runway. Power back a little bit, now do your beam stuff just a little early.
Alright, repeat on, 1700.
There's somebody out there, that might be him.
I saw another one over there, but it was going northbound.
No, this one's northbound as well. Alright, well.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha, left base, runway 36, Lockhart.
You're actually turning left base, you're not on it yet.
Okay.
Alright, dude, what are you doing? Coming in. Alright, hold 70. Pitch up.
Decatur Jet Center, 999 Lima Bravo.
Flaps 20, 65 knots.
Lockhart traffic, Skyhawk 123, 60 kilo, I'm in visual contact with the aircraft.
Yeah, well, and where are you? Add a tiny bit of power. All final.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha, turning on final, Lockhart. Runway 36, forgot.
Alright, let's get on the center line. You need a little right aileron, you need a little bit of left rudder, you need a tiny bit of power, or you'll get too low, and don't let the power push the nose up. Add a little bit more power, we're hitting headwind and a little bit of sink. Alright. Sometimes the windsock is not helpful because the windsock's down there, and we're up here.
Skyhawk 122, Victor Kilo, left base, runway 36, Lockhart.
Okay, power to idle. On the right rudder, you need a little right rudder. Pitch to level, that's hold that with hold that with back pressure. Get on the right rudder. You need to move the nose to the right. Get the nose up a little more. Alright, let's go ahead and exit. On the brakes. Yoke all the way back. Reach. Don't try to turn until you really slow down. Alright, let's go ahead and exit.
Lockhart traffic, Skyhawk 122, Victor Kilo on final runway 36, Lockhart.
Alright, get your carpet cold, announce you are clear of 36, taxiing back for departure.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha is clear of 36, taxiing back to departure, Lockhart.
Alright. 9, flaps up. I'm gonna guess that guy, because that airplane's based at Bergstrom. It's one of the Austin Academy of Aviation's airplanes. Guessing that is a student pilot on a solo cross country. I don't know that, and I'm not going to ask him that. I guess I could, but I won't. It would probably embarrass him. But he's acting kind of like a student pilot on a solo cross country. Not quite sure how to deal with coming in here, but he's
Yeah, he's by himself.
Is he?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, down here we're going to do our spin around. So slowly move off to the... Slow down a bit. Slow down. Move off to the right side of the taxiway. Way over here. And now, but without stopping, get on that left brake and spin it around. The whole pattern here. Okay, check your trim.
Lockhart traffic, Skyhawk 122, Victor Kilo is clear of the runway.
Alright, take out there. If you're ready.
Yep.
Do a couple more here and we'll head on back, okay?
Okay.
Don't want to burn you out.
I'm good.
Well, still, sometimes we have mental fatigue and don't know it, so...
Alright, so I say Lockhart traffic, take runway 36.
Cessna 4951 Alpha, departing 36, remaining the pattern.
Lockhart traffic, November 4951 Alpha, taking runway 36, remaining in the pattern, Lockhart.
Okay. So the windsock says we have a slight left crosswind. So trusting that. Little left aileron. Okay, so there you touched back down, didn't you?
Yeah.
The trick there is to not lift up quite so abruptly, then you'll lose lift. So just put the nose on the trees out there initially, so you got a little more altitude. Okay, climb at 65. We'll do 2 more here and then head back. That will give us 12 landings altogether.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha, starting left crosswind, runway 36, Lockhart. Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha is on downwind, runway 36, Lockhart. Left downwind.
Now when you see this, go ahead and power back a bit and see if we can get back to pattern altitude.
Alright, heartbeat on, throttle 17. Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha, starting left base, runway 36, Lockhart.
Alright, take it right to 30 degrees. And don't roll out prematurely. Get your power to 17. Double check that. Don't roll out prematurely. You'll see the runway when it's time. Right there, roll out now. Alright, he's still sitting there. Okay, get your flaps slow to 65. Hopefully he will wait for us at this point. Power back a bit. Pitch for 65. And I'd say start a very gentle turn. Oh, base to final. Power back a bit.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha, base to final, runway 36, Lockhart.
You're a little high right here,
yeah.
So power, back off your power. Try to get on the center line now. Pitch up just a bit. Go full flaps. Power to idle right now. Now, the other trick we have up our sleeve is the forward slip, which means we stomp the rudder, get deliberately misaligned, Now straighten it out and get your crosswind correction in. Stay on that center line. This is the balance beam part. You're off to the left of it a bit. You right aileron. If it goes up a little more, pull back. Alright, get on the right rudder now. Flaps up. Don't add power before you get those flaps coming up. Full power. Stay on that right rudder. Alright. Yeah, let's do one more here.
Yeah, that one was not that good.
What?
That one wasn't good.
Well, actually, the vertical part of it was quite good. Your touchdown was gentle. Now you're wrestling with the most difficult part of landing, which is that subtle, hard to quantify last bit. You know, the last few seconds, where you're dealing with a crosswind, dealing with a flare, dealing with a rate of descent, and it's all very fluid, and it requires constant correction, and a lot of art. You know, it's all science too, but the way that you deal with it requires intuition and art. You know, and you're building that, you're developing that by doing it again and again. There's no way to just quantify it and make it a formula.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha, starting left crosswind, runway 36, Lockhart.
Lockhart traffic, Skyhawk 122, Victor Kilo, end of the runway 136, taking off to stay in the pattern for 1, touch and go. Lockhart traffic.
Alright, make a turn. Downwind.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha is downwind, runway 36, Lockhart.
You see him?
Yeah.
Okay, I got him. Alright.
Make sure throttle carb is needed.
Don't start creeping to the right. Just maintain that distance. Go ahead and start your beat procedures now.
Very carpet on. Throttle to 17.
Skyhawk 122, Victor Kilo, left crosswind, runway 36, Lockhart.
Alright, 70 knots and trim.
Lockhart traffic, Skyhawk 122, Victor Kilo, left downwind, runway 36, Lockhart.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha, left base, runway 36, Lockhart.
Alright, try not to let the nose fall. Alright, roll out right there, get your flaps. Pitch, power, trim, don't get slow. 65, try to calibrate that picture, top of the panel to the horizon.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha, on final, runway 36, Lockhart.
We're in traffic, 9373 Foxtrot, I'm on to the west. Gonna overfly the field at 3,500 feet and simulate engine failure to runway 01 for in traffic.
Alright, now you need right rudder. Yes, you do. You need more of it. Don't let the nose come up. Now you got a little too much right rudder. You gotta take it out. Now you need a little more of it. The kind of stuff you need to do. A little more right rudder, tiny bit. Power to idle. Flaps full. Stay on that center line, whatever it takes. Now you need right aileron. Okay, bring the nose up. A little more right rudder. Right rudder. Right rudder. Get the nose up a little more. Pull a little harder. Pull a little harder. Stay on that right rudder. Alright, that was pretty good. Flaps up. Full power. You see, this is the kind of thing you have to do. You have to make constant small corrections. And after a while, those become very intuitive. Let's just keep going straight out. Okay. Just announce we are upwind 36 departing pattern to the north.
Lockhart traffic, 51 Alpha is upwind 36 departing to the north, Lockhart.
Alright, we'll just depart straight out. And we're not going to really pick that up yet. Just keep it on Centex.
Hawk 122 Victor Kilo on final runway 36 Lockhart.
Now Victor Kilo may be going back to Austin behind us, so.
Do I use 1272?
Get 1244 first, get the ATIS. And when we're 500 above pattern altitude, we can switch frequencies. We'll quickly get ATIS and then we'll call 1272. And hopefully that guy will not get close to us.
We're gonna need some
Gonna climb at about 65, I would say.
Bay traffic at Camp on 10 Hotel Sierras on 45 for left downwind, runway 35, horseback.
Turn that way just a bit. That'll do it.
Horseshoe Bay, traffic fall 9 Whiskey Mike.
And now that we've climbed up a little higher, we're picking up.
Traffic, Skyhawk 1222, 123, 122 Kilo is runway. Taxiing back.
Oh, okay, so he did not do a touch and go. Okay. Let's don't turn too far to the east. Stay back over here a bit. Keep that climb coming. Every once in a while, you want to lower the nose. You can see Bergstrom out there. And our runway is a little bit over here. I'll go ahead and set this up. Yeah, once you pop up into the zone where you've got line of sight with lots of airports,
traffic cap on 1.
that's very noisy.
West downwind 35, horseback.
Especially on a beautiful, nice day after. This is the nicest day that South Texas had in a couple weeks. Where everybody's out on a Sunday. Okay, hit that button. Go 12722.
Altimeter 2994. Arrivals expect simultaneous visual approaches to runway 35 left and 35 right. Notices to airmen. Personnel and equipment working adjacent gate 6 and 7. All EFR departures contact clearance delivery on 125.5 prior to taxi. Advise on initial contact.
Take another peek.
Information offer.
Okay, it's Oscar. Let's move over to the extended center line of the east runway.
International Airport information offer. 215 Zulu. Wind 040 at 9er. Visibility 10.
That's all we need.
024 Yankee, Austin approach up.
So when you can get a word in edgewise, then it's Austin approach 49 Papa Alpha. And when they come back to you, just departed Lockhart, landing Austin with Oscar.
Good afternoon, y'all.
Good afternoon.
Austin approach November 4951 Alpha.
We're 4951 Alpha, Austin approach, Austin altimeter 2992, set request.
Just departed Lockhart, landing Austin with Oscar, 4951 Alpha.
51 Alpha, squawk 0247, make straight in, runway 35 right.
024735 right, 51 Alpha.
Alright, let's level off, lower the nose, and give it some nose down trim.
Yeah.
And when you get to 90, give a little more power, or now, excuse me, a little more forward pressure. And they should get to 90 pretty quickly. Now power back.
Departure 2 Mike Alpha is 3,500 level.
Turbine 7 Romeo Mike, roger.
Alright, do you see the runway?
Yeah. That wasn't me, but
this is the runway center line right there.
Roger. Number 7 Tango X-ray, no traffic reserve, change revised frequency approved.
Next frequency will, might be this. I'll get it in.
Melbourne 90113 got the airport.
That's when they're busy?
Yeah.
13 Zulu, radar service.
And they were using that outbound today. Once you get lined up with a runway, quickly adjust this and this, or at least double check them. This thing's a gyro, it precesses, you really need it.
FedEx 740, heavy turn left heading 180, so to maintain 6,000.
Left turn heading 180.
And trim it for 90 knots. And let's lean a little more. Once your airspeed is stable.
Back to Mike Alpha, delete altitude restriction. And say again your request.
2 Mike Alpha, I'd like to return to the airport at 4,500, circle above.
Back to Mike Alpha, roger.
Roger, good afternoon, Airshow 2653, 13,000, we have Oscar.
Airshow 2653, Austin approach, expect runway 35 right, to maintain 10,000.
Done. Expect 35 right, what was the altitude, Airshow 2653?
10,000, Airshow 2653.
10,000, if we could, like to put the left side on request.
Roger, on request. Cessna 51 Alpha, radar contact 6 miles north of the Lockhart Airport. Make straight for 35 right and contact approach 125.32.
12532, 51 Alpha.
Alright, with you for 35 right.
Austin approach, November 49er 51 Alpha, with you for 35 right.
Cessna 49er 51 Alpha, Austin approach, maintain at or below 2,000.
At or below 2,000, 51 Alpha.
Alright, so now you can lower the nose a little bit, power back a bit. We're going to stay right at 2,000 and stay on a straight in. And keep your forward speed at 90. And let's go ahead and enrich a bit as we do that.
Austin approach, FedEx 740 Heavy's at a 7,500, descending 6,000, airport in sight.
Alright, let's adjust your trim for 90.
On the base turn, descend to maintain 3,000.
And bring your power back in.
FedEx 740 Heavy.
May need to adjust your trim again with that change in power. And default power setting is what?
24.
Yep.
FedEx 740 Heavy, turn 10 degrees right.
10 degrees right, FedEx 740 Heavy.
Oh, this is a lovely picture. I hope they don't take our approach away from us. They might though, you know, just because we're so slow. But for now, we got a straight in. So you can just use this as a way of maintaining perfect alignment with the center line. At least that, oh, this doesn't tell you whether the nose is aligned. Yeah. This tells you whether or not the whole body of the airplane is aligned, is on the extended center line.
2 Victor Kilo, let's approach you up.
Hang on to your altitude, let's don't get any lower. Give it more power, get back up to 2,000 feet. And your next frequency is going to be towers, so get it ready. Try to stay one jump ahead on the radios.
Austin approach, Mike Alpha is with you, 500.
Cessna 692 Mike Alpha, Austin approach, proceed on course over the airport, maintain 4,500 and advise before you'd like to do anything else.
2 Mike Alpha, well advised.
I wonder what that's about. That's one of George's airplanes.
51 Alpha, traffic will be a heavy DC-10 basing over the top of you for the parallel runway, contact tower 121.0.
51 Alpha looking for traffic, switching to tower.
51 Alpha looking for traffic, switching to tower.
Alright, DC-10, alright, go ahead and hit that. Tell tower you're with him for 35 right.
Austin Tower, November 4951 Alpha is with you for 35 right.
51 Alpha, Austin Tower, runway 35 right, code on.
Clear to land, she said?
35 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 35 right, 51 Alpha.
Okay. Anyway, 2 Mike Alpha is one of George's airplanes, it's the 172. And it's currently down for maintenance.
Right, I saw the schedule.
But obviously it's in the air, that must be part of its maintenance. I think that's our mechanic, Gene Hamilton, on the radio, so he must be doing some kind of maintenance check. Anyway, I would hold 2,000 feet until we intercept the glide slope.
Okay.
And then you can fly the glide slope. 1, 2. Right now it's above us. That's what that needle is telling you.
When you're on an ILS frequency, does this do anything?
Nope.
Alright.
Does nothing.
Alright.
Okay, power back a bit. They said at or below 2,000, so let's do what they want.
Tower, FedEx 740, heavies, 7 out, visual, 35 left.
FedEx 740 Heavy, Austin Tower, 10305. Runway 35 left, clear to land. You can plan on rolling to the end tonight.
Thank you. Roll to the end, clear to land, 35 left, FedEx 740 Heavy.
He must have crossed over us without our even seeing him. Probably behind us. He's 7 out. He's way back there. Okay, so your glide slope is coming in, so that's all going to be adjustment of power to maintain the glide slope. And you see the PAPI, Precision Approach Path Indicator, you have 2 reds and 2 whites.
Yep.
That tells you you're precisely on the glide slope. So now see if you can decrease your airspeed a bit. Get it back to 90, lower the nose for 90, add a little bit of power. Push the nose down. A little more, add a little bit of power, and then figure out what power setting is going to allow you to descend at 90 knots.
It's not going down?
Oh, probably power wasn't quite low enough, but now it's probably too low. Very small changes to power. That's a little too low. Yeah, so get it. I try about 21, 2150. Get the airspeed stable. That's the constant you should lock down first. And then you can play with power to see what you need. There are updrafts and downdrafts too. Don't forget about that. You don't want to see 3 reds. Not when you're this close to the ground. And ideally we won't see 3 whites either. Stay right on the glide slope. Get your mixture a little more rich.
Okay. Can I...
Power is needed. No, just keep it like it is. Oh, you can go full rich, Hector.
No, I was going to say about the flaps.
Oh, not yet. Not at this airspeed.
Okay, yeah.
We're going to keep it at 90 right now. We're going to take it down to decision height on the ILS. So as if you were in the clouds right now. You could be flying this approach. Add a little bit of power. Add a little bit of power. Get back on the glide slope. Right in here is decision height. That's where you have to either see the runway below the clouds or break it off and do a missed approach. And at that point, then you set up for landing. Alright. Okay, carb beat on. Power to idle. Pull back. Pitch up into the wide arc. Just yank it up there. Once you're in the wide arc, drop your flaps to 20. Take them to 20. Slow it to 65. Trim for it quickly. And here you are, set up for landing. And now you can go full flaps and slow it to 60. Not going to need any power. And so there's the windsock. When you're at windsock height, pitch to level, you're off to the left of the center line now. Right aileron. Right aileron. You're still in the air. The nose up, 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 up. Don't forget that if you're not rolling on the ground, you can still use aileron and rudder.
Exit here?
Normally, yeah.
Gas off permission. Pop current wind 0406, altimeter 29er 1.
Okay, carb beat called. We'll exit right there.
That's 51 Alpha, turn left when able, taxi to park via Bravo Kilo.
Bravo Kilo, 51 Alpha.
This is going to be Lima.
Pop Bravo off target.
And this guy's being ground as well, so just take Lima, the Bravo
with you on approach.
That's 112 Victor Kilo off the tower, runway 35 right, clear to land.
transponder off.
Clear to land, 2 Victor Kilo.
So that's the Victor Kilo guy, right on our tail. And that Bravo is the next one. And, right. That's signature flight support.
Tower, good afternoon, initial 2653, visual 35 left.
And,
Cross 9 Pop Bravo off tower,
I think they said the winds were out of the northeast, so just roll the yoke this way. I don't see it.
For the push, go ahead and push back. What was the flight number?
Way up there behind us.
And hold limit 3708, Charlie Holden, shut 35 left, red gun.
Bag 740 heavy, taxi to ramp, have a good night. Number 3708 Austin Tower, renewing jet on 5 mile final, sliding 350, runway 35 left, clear for takeoff.
Headed 350, 35 left, clear for takeoff, limit 3708.
American 1379, expect runway 35 left, tower for taxi. Bravo, turn left, say parking. Bravo, taxi train 2 vehicles, frequency get up.
So I will, I think I've already booked 51 Alpha for 4. I'm going to ask June if she can do 2 to 4. Okay. So that you can have 6 to 8 this week. Sometimes she can and sometimes she can't, so I got to see which she can do on which day.
They took our spot.
Well, go all the way down to the end and pull into the wind.
Yeah.
Airshell 2653, visual 35 left. Airshell 2653, off tower, 35 left, clear line. 35 left, clear line, thank you, Airshell 2653.
The very last one?
Yeah, the very last one facing south. Get on the center line. When you're in between these rows of airplanes, you really want to be on this yellow line. Otherwise, you may get uncomfortably close to one of these guys.
Tower, guys, 4630.
Yeah, you're going to pull into that one right there.
4638, off tower, square the base.
Might want to go this way a little more before you turn.
Square the base, turn, 4638.
And just put your nose on that tail tie down. He's not very well parked. You can see where his tie down is, but put your nose on it and then go forward. Okay. A little more forward. Okay, that's probably pretty good. Make final adjustment. Alright, checklist.
avionics off, electrical.
Yeah, get all those off. Get all these off.